Now, from the Democrats for Social Credit.
Well, I don't know whether I need that lectern. Charles, we know each other from way back. Good folks. My group, my party, had long advocated a complete change in the system. If we persist with the same unfair, inequitable, failed system, we'll get the same unfair, inequitable, failed results. And I've not heard anything in the meetings that I've been to in this election where anybody has addressed the system that creates the poverty in the first place, where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I've lived in the third world. I've been in ghettos. I've seen the face of real poverty. And I've seen the devastation of large multinationals, free trade and globalisation, where the system merely aggregates more wealth in the fewer hands who go chasing after the maximum profit and shift whole industries from one country to another overnight, literally, and I've seen it happen. We need to change the system. We don't need a bidding war between various parties to say anything you can bid, I can bid higher. And I've heard on the platform, that doesn't solve anything. It doesn't make the poor less poor. We don't need a transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. Shame on you, National Party, who gave away billions of dollars to the wealthy and then screwed the poor with a regressive rise in GST. I'm a superannuitant. My superannuation in real terms has gone back 5% under National. And you sit there, smugness itself, supporting Mr. John Photo-op Key. We need to change the system entirely. The Democrats will abolish GST altogether because it's regressive, particularly on those on lowest incomes who have to pay it all the time, where the rich can hide with lawyers and accountants behind all kinds of trusts and everything else, and in some cases pay no tax at all. I'm against that. I've seen the effects of poverty, of corruption, of the wealthy getting wealthier. I don't want to see it in this country. I don't want to see it where the only way you can get a medical attention is to pay for it. Because in countries I've been in, it's a crime to be poor. Did you know that? And sometimes we treat the poor in this country as if they're criminals and in need of mothering. We need to provide lower costs. So we propose a guaranteed minimum income for everyone, tax-free. We'll replace all the benefits. We'll do away with this enormous bureaucracy and fighting over entitlements and everything else, because it achieves nothing. And we will be here 3 years from now arguing the same things and offering the same bidding to the highest bidder. No, not for me. We need to replace GST with financial transactions tax, which is far fairer, easy to collect through computerised systems, and makes the wealthy pay their fair share. And I make no apologies for saying that, because my party doesn't have a string of wealthy backers, so we're not beholden to them. We don't have to throw sops to them and screw the poor. We want to offer low, no-interest loans to people who can own their first home, as I was able to in 1968, oddly enough, under a national government. State advances, who remembers that? Who had their first home through state advances? I did. And I was upset because I had to pay 5%. My brother got it for 3 because he didn't earn as much as I did. Is that what you want? Is it fair that people should be able to own their first home without being screwed into the ground? Is it fair that we want to sell off what my generations have put together for this country so they can pay for the taxes they gave back to the wealthy? Tell me that, Mr. Quinn. Answer. Or are you too ashamed to come clean on it? That's why they want to sell the assets, because they gave away the value of them. And to cloak it up, saying they can spend it on social services, is just fudge. Let's be honest. Those assets belong to us, not to the national government. And they're not to be sold off to multinationals, because that's where they'll end up. And you and I will end up paying the profits that are expatriated out of this country what they want. Now that's what you want? Vote for him. Otherwise, go Democrat. Thank you.